morning guys from Anyang, and now we have here the first cherry blossoms of this year here in Anyang, and I look forward to take beautiful pictures of them from tomorrow on, because tomorrow the weather will clear up and then we have beautiful light. It's such a great feeling when spring begins again and the nature wakes up, the colors come up. But sadly today still very cold weather. We have now 9 degrees, but many people are outside walking. We're going out with the dogs. So let's see where we will go today. See you later. Guys, look at that. Korean people really seem to hate smoking, so they have declared this zone to Gumyeon, to a smoke-free zone, which is funny graffitis. Here we have additional cherry blossoms. Wow, this road is so beautiful. If we had sun today, it would look even more stunning, but let's enjoy together these cherry blossoms. I did not expect to see so many of them today, but it's a welcome surprise. It's all in front of a school and many apartment buildings. Must be great to go in the morning here to school, to walk through all these cherry blossoms. I wish you could smell the smell in the air right now. It smells so sweet. Sadly, I cannot send this per video, but I hope the impressions are enough to get a certain feeling for spring in Korea. So some old people are searching for vegetables which they can cook to a soup or eat with flesh, meat later. My family comes from Serbia originally, and when we visited Serbia we saw many people do the same, so it reminds me of the old country of my mother when I see these people doing that. I also discovered these granaries at the side of the road. Their yellow color does really pop up, it's so strong. If you look at this dull weather today, it energizes the mind and the feeling, and also the mood. Of course, they bloom earlier. There are cherry blossom friends here, so we have a lot to see. And also some ants who walk on them. I wonder what this ant does. it lets me forget how cold this day today is. What's sad about this particular tree is the cherry blossoms do not also bloom on the top. They also bloom on its stem and on its bottom. And as I heard, this means that the tree is slowly dying. So at least flowers to spread all over it. So sad to see a beautiful cherry blossom tree die. But in his last months, years, whatever, we can see a last time what he's capable of. Huh. So I wonder how long this road is. It seems that we have at least 1 kilometer in front of us to walk, maybe. Also, this neighborhood looks beautiful. So peaceful and quiet. Where we live, we have many markets, many people, so you have 24/7 action. This here seems more like a neighborhood where I come from originally. Some buses, some cars, some people, but not much. Some photographers. As we saw now in my videos many times, Koreans do always have funny warning signs like this one. 조심해요. Be careful. 비가 많이 오면 층검다리가 미끄러우니 인근 교양을 이용하시기 바랍니다. Translates to, if rain does fall here, you should be careful because these stones will be very slippery, so you could fall in the water, so you should go slowly. I try not to disturb them while they take a picture. In these trees to not make him nervous about my presence, so did it. It's beautiful to see a son with his mother going out. I wish I could do that with my mother, but sadly she is 9,000 kilometers away, so I'll be very happy to see her again after Corona ends finally, whenever this will be. Right at the moment we have a ticket for July because we need to go to Switzerland one time for our marriage visa. We married last year in May, but the Koreans are a very bureaucratic people, so we still need a visa to get my F6 visa here in Korea. It's not possible to do that in Korea itself. We need to go to Switzerland to the Korean embassy. So yes, a great way also to see my mother during this time. We will stay, I'd say, 1 month in Switzerland, enjoy the time with my family. I miss them very much. We call every day for at least an hour, sometimes more than that. It depends on what time we have here in Korea. And also to go to the embassy to get our stuff and then to return to Korea. Hopefully with my visa, so that I can stay here with my wife for the coming years till I can make my 시험, my final exam for the Korean passport in maybe 5 years. So many to learn, many to explore, and I look forward to this time. For the people who are wondering where we actually are, this is Chunghoon-gil, which means Chunghoon. This is the name of the neighborhood here, this beautiful neighborhood, and Gil translates to Cherry Blossom Road. So the Chunghoon neighborhood has a beautiful cherry blossom road. So peaceful. What do we have here? Also for people who want to sit down, we have banks, of course, but also what Koreans love, even in the deepest forest, are platforms like this one where the people can sit down, relax a little bit, maybe place their bicycle here and then walk again. Like this guy here with his phone and his headphones. I could film for hours. You have so many places here to explore. Also neighborhood markets of Chunghoon. With some old people who are sitting in front of it and staring at me because there is a strange foreigner with his camera. Hello, 안녕하세요. So many flowers. And also here, so many cranes. Anyang did change a lot in this 1 year as I'm living here. And it does further. And it makes me a little bit sad. Anyang has 600,000 people, but it's not a very huge city, or at least it feels not like that. And they are building many new buildings, very high ones. So later the people cannot see these mountains or maybe the river, and it's so sad. I know people need to live here and it's near to Seoul, so many people want to live actually in Anyang. It's a very attractive place. I give that to Anyang. They should not overdo it, I reckon. But also if I look at our city, which is called Binningen in Switzerland, in nearly 24 years as I was living there, nothing really changed. The houses were the same, especially in our apartment. Also the windows, since 1980 maybe, the windows were the same, but the rents are always getting higher. And this is really not okay. I like it in Korea that many apartments like this one, they built it, let's say in 1990, and 30 years, 40 years later, they do update it, make a new one. So the people have always a great standard when living. In comparison to Europe, where you have nearly for 50, 60 years the same apartment buildings, and also where you need to wait for at least, let's say 12 years till you have fiberglass internet connection. This was very sad. When I moved to my wife and her apartment, she was not a real hard internet user. She did not need fiberglass internet, nothing. But she had it in her home. She did not knew it that she had it, but she had. And I could use it with my laptop. It was very funny. And if you search for it in Switzerland, it's really hard to get till today. And now what do we have? 2021? We discovered this quote from Abraham Lincoln. In Korean, 사람은 행복하기로 마음 먹는 만큼 행복하다. If people work in happiness, they're as happy as they please.
아니 이 신발 왜 정리해? 빵빠지는 밑에가 아니 이거 원래 구멍이 있는 거야 자체가.
I guess that's true. At least I feel this happiness since I'm in Korea. But especially because of my wife, even if this country is wonderful, with many positive aspects and funny people who are making pictures of these flowers. I wonder what they do with these pictures. It's especially my wife who makes this place to my home country. And I thank her for that. Every day. Look at this happy family who is gliding along the rainbow of Chunghoon Bokot Gori. Just the Bokot way here. Kids playing basketball. It's great that I have fun. It lets forget what the problem the world has at the moment. So here you have all people who are playing Badok, I guess. It's a Korean board game. It's funny to play it. I enjoy it also sometimes. Oh, roses. It seems that the people here are planting all kinds of flowers along the road. Wait a moment. They are not real. These are plastic flowers, it seems. Yes, they are. They are plastic. Some of them didn't even melt. And now I have some type of oil on my finger. It's very strange. Okay, this vegetation seems real. Also my wife say that at least these shrooms are real.
안경 좀 껴봐야지. 이거 수박인 거야? 아니야, 버섯을 심은 거야.
이거? 나온 거.
아니, 버섯이 나온 거야. 이게 비가 하도 자주 오니까. 나온 거다.
그치?
이거는 좋아하네.
Also flowers in Korea do always attract the attentions of the ladies. Let's go. Wait, they seem to have a lot of fun. I guess I need to find a place to wash my hand. It's really gross to have this oil. Another 30 minutes to walk, it seems. Do you know what this is? Koreans do love to play golf, so they have many golf yards in Korea. Also in Seoul. Such a huge city, such tight built, but they have always the space to build a golf junk. Oh, great place to wash my hands. Now I need to find a place to dry them. Fuck, it's so cold.
맥심 모카 커피
네.
2잔
So my
주시는데요.
wife is ordering
요큰 컵에다
coffee
주셔도 되나? 물
and also to say 주류와 담배는 판매하지 않습니다. They don't sell alcohol and cigarettes.
제가 물을 많이 먹는
Lucky that I have some with me. Also coffee is pretty affordable.
하나만 물 많이 드리는 거고 하나는 조그만 거.
What do you pay? 10 cents?
원래는 이 컵에
물양 얼마큼?
Fun?
아, 좀 작은 컵에는 좋고.
What do they have here? Eggs, Chupa Chups, Haribos, chips. Many of them I ate, very delicious. Small donuts. Yeah, it's because right now, how much water we need in our coffee. Love to eat the ice cream. Maybe later. Also tried octopus.
혹시
솥다리.
요거보다 더 많으시면 어찌? 아, 괜찮으시겠어요?
물을 끓이시는 거죠?
네네.
뜨거운 물 좀 얻으려고.
아,
그래.
네네. 아, 그럼요. 참기 전이다.
너무 추워서.
이거 사가지고 끓여볼까?
그러니까 너무 추워.
끓여볼까? 기회가.
The coffee is warming up my hands so well. It seems that we bring them customers. So I step aside.
초코바 하나씩 먹을래?
What are they looking for?
무 하나 무. 네.
수고하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Let's sit down and drink the coffee.